The big four, all in one place. I'm a little starstruck.
Is this a holiday villain? Maybe, kinda, but Christmas, snow, this movie, I'm gonna count it. For today at least. Pitch Black is one of the most revered Dreamworks villains, and by that I mean I looked up a few lists and he was on a couple, so he's revered now. How good of a villain is he? Does he complement or hurt the stories of the main character? And what score am I gonna give him? Scale of 1 to 10. Let's do it. Let's analyze Pitch Black.
Why are you doing this?
Maybe I want what you have. To be believed in.
Pitch Black is a white guy who hates the holidays. He's like Ebenezer Scrooge, Burgermeister, Meisterburger, all those guys. He's in that camp. More specifically, though, he hates the mascots that run them. Santa, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, Humpty Dumpty, Sleepy Guy. Why? Because back in the Dark Ages, right, everyone was sad and they didn't have anything in their lives except for fear. So pretty much me after Bridge of Terabithia, nothing but sadness and darkness and fear. Everything was chillin' for the boy Pitch Black. He was super hype until the man in the moon gave the moon blessing, okay, to the guardians of the Earth, I guess, not galaxy, Earth, Santa, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy. Little kids all over the world said to themselves, hey, why be sad and depressed 365 days of the year when we can get gifts from strangers on 3 of those days? And also have some dreams. The kids forgot Pitch Black quicker than they forgot about Dre. And from there, that son of a bitch would make it his goal to take down the Guardians by making kids not believe in them, leaving again only fear and darkness. Great Depression 2.0, baby. Here's what I will say, okay? It is a solid motive. And I like when movies have these unique goals for their villains that are directly tied to the movie and the villain. What's the most basic villain motive in the world, right? For me, it's probably like the I want the power and I want the money, all of that stuff. I gotta be the most powerful Pitch Black in the whole world. There's easily a really bad version of this movie where Pitch Black's goal is to become the most powerful being in the world, and that would be incredibly uninspired. The motive we get, while not anything insane, is still directly tied to the world Rise of the Guardians makes, and I love that for the film. The only thing said out loud more in the world than the Miranda rights in Florida is me saying a good villain should complement the hero of the movie. And in that respect, I think Pitch Black does a great job. Like Lydia from Beetlejuice, Jack Frost is invisible. The kids don't believe in him. And the same goes for Pitch Black. With both characters put in the same situation, they each take a very different path to fix that problem. Jack leans into his role as a force for good and fun in the hearts of children, while Pitch Black gets spiteful and turns his disdain towards others. It's a solid motive that complements Jack as a character.
Why, there's only one thing missing. A touch of fear.
Can I get deep with you guys for a second? Welcome back to Getting Deep for Rise of the Guardians. This movie made me think about predestination and destiny, okay? Because, like, does the moon just hate Pitch Black for some reason? We know the Guardians don't get a choice in becoming what they do. Jack Frost dies, congrats, you're Jack Frost now. There's no real choice. When Pitch Black died, was it just like, hey, congrats, everyone's gonna hate you now, and your job's to be awful to everyone? What the hell, where am I? So, yeah, you are dead, passed away, rip. But good news, okay, I'm the moon, as you can tell, because I'm wearing white. And I'm about to reincarnate you. I feel good. You're about to be one of the new Guardians. How you feel about that? Really? Dude, that's... Sasquatch. Can I be Sasquatch? Or the Little Mermaid, at least, right? She's got to be available. Well, no, not quite. You're gonna be racism. Race cars, right? Yeah, like racing. Yeah, I mean, cool. I didn't know that was a Guardian, but yeah, no, I'm down for racing. Sure, that sounds cool. No, like racism, you know. But it's not even that big of a deal if you really think about it. Your job is just to, you know, just make humans hate each other, you know, based off their skin, which, you know, yeah, that's just your existence now, the point of your life. And we're sure about Sasquatch not being an option? No, he's not. But think about it like this, right? If you fail and somehow they all like each other, right? They all like each other for some reason. You'll just have to live this pointless existence where no one can hear or see you or even know you exist for the next million or so years. So, have fun. Let's talk about the design of the character because I like it. The best quality about it being how it reflects Pitch Black's counterpart in Sandman. Sandy is bright, short, and a little plump. Pitch is tall, skinny, and gray. It feels like that figure a kid would see in the corner of their room and be like, is that a stack of hats? Or is that the boogeyman coming to get me? And once he gets the nightmares, it gets even better. As a character, Pitch Black is largely quieter and more collected, but isn't prone to lashing out and losing his temper. Jude Law's performance is pretty good at complementing that too. He never struck me as an actor who I was like, man, they gotta play a villain. They gotta play a villain. But dude, after this, I was like, man, he's pretty good. He's pretty good, I'll give him that. The character has almost this false elegance to him, but in reality, he's extremely manipulative and ruthless. I love when a villain is allowed to just be straight up evil, something I think that we took for granted because we don't get it anymore, or at least in like animation. His whole thing is Freddy Krueger, but without the killing part. But he's not down for it, His main purpose in life and source of joy is messing with these kids, making them afraid, giving them dreams so bad it might make people watching The Flash want to actually stay awake this time.
My nightmares are finally ready. Are your guardians?
One of the things that makes Pitch Black as good as he is the fact the movie gives him tons of screen time. A lot of movies, for some reason, they feel like there's not enough time to set up the good and the bad guys, so they pick the good guys, and it's why a lot of movies, if you look and pay attention, the villains in the first film aren't as good as future installments. Except for Tai Lung, dude. That guy's a monster. This movie does a really good job of balancing that, something I don't think it gets enough credit for. A huge part of this is, of course, because Pitch Black and Jack Frost are so interwoven as characters as far as their arcs go, but it really feels like the writers were fans of Pitch Black and wanted to write for him just as much as all of those secondary guardians. The first scene he has does a great job of setting him up as a character, and by the way, this movie weirdly has some good action scenes. Particularly that one in the sky between Pitch, Jack, and I almost called him Humpty Dumpty again, Sandman. I love the way they conjure up weapons out of their sand, and dude, the contrast in the sky of the black and glowing sand is stunning as hell. Also, the dude kills Sandman. Kinda. Yeah, I don't like when movies do this, when they lower the stakes by bringing back dead characters at the end. Oh, never mind. Everything's all good. Everything's all chillin'. It's a little more excused, I guess, because it is a kid's movie, but they already mourned him and everything, dude. Let Pitch Black have some stakes. Let him impact the story by making this death permanent. Also, why does he only conjure horses? The first one I understand because the girl's dreaming about a horse, but like, why horses? They're cool, don't get me wrong, but I think it would have been cool if the nightmares manifested themselves in different ways, and it would have made a ton of sense too, since every nightmare is different. I also like the scenes of him and Jack Frost together. It's one of the better relationships in the movie because these characters are so similar. Pitch tries to convince him, hey listen Jack Frost, you gotta join my side, and then Jack Frost says, nah Pitch Black, you're Pitch Whack, and here's why. It's a great back and forth that happens a few times in the movie and always is a hit. The ending's good enough. I like seeing Pitch Black as powerful as he is here, and the way they beat him, I'll take it. It's better than them randomly depowering him or buffing up, the Easter Bunny, something crazy like that. The real Guardians were the little kids we made smile along the way,
Finally! Someone who knows how to have a little fun.
Pitch Black is a good villain. There's no areas he's bad in, and while there are areas I think could be improved upon, they're not these big flaws that stick out against him or the movie. He gets tons of screen time, which I love. He's evil, his powers are cool, and Jude Law is a W. So I will be giving Pitch Black an 8.
What did you do? More to the point, Jack. What did you do?
Thank you so much for watching. I make a new villain review every other Monday. Subscribe. Check out the playlist. There's a ton of them. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.